Shopify Markets localization of feeds is a question that we get a lot at the moment, also with payments, everything like that. So in today's video, I will show you a very simple solution that we found, besides data feed work and everything, to actually have localized feeds. And we'll show it in two different setups that you can use based on your market structure. First of all, we have here a Shopify account where we have three different markets. So we have a Danish one, a German one, which we are not using currently, so that's why we're not using it to make any feeds. And then we have an international one with all the other countries, especially in Europe, which is most in euro, not in pound, in localized currency. So we mainly have two markets that we're working with, and we have issues on the Google app and the Meta app to separate this to these apps. So we found this app called FeedFX that you can just install on the website. It's $8 a month, so it's pretty cheap. And we have found that this actually makes us able to actually localize the feeds and split it up on the markets. So how it works is that you install the InterFix app on your Shopify store. You make an account to be able to, or you make a subscription to be able to make feeds. We just use the plus one because we can have 5 product feeds on this. If you need more, you can also just upgrade it to the advanced one. But I think in the beginning, the plus one should be more than enough. And you have a 7-day trial. We have no association with this app. We just found it and it works perfectly. So how it works, this client, is that we have, as I said, we have 2 different markets that we have to split up. We have the EU, which multiple countries in euros and in English. And we have a Danish one in DKK, Danish kroners, in Danish. So how we have set this up is that we have a Meta feed in DK. We have a Google feed in DK, which is not really anything to do with this video. And we have a Meta EU feed. So how we have set this up is that you can go on the feeds and you can click here on edit. So how this is structured is that we have a feed title. I just call it Meta DK to show what this feed is all about and what we have in here. The same with the feed description. It's for all products. It's for the market that is Denmark. The feed currency is in Danish kroners and the language is in Danish. The rest you just keep as it is. Pick up Facebook, and then you get the rest here is just information that they take straight away from the website. The only one we have added is this one, but we will take that on the separate way to use this. What we have is the DK one we just went through, and we also have a EU one. And how we set the EU one up is that we just call it the same, Meta EU, which shows the international market. As I said, we have 3 markets, Danish, German, international. And we chose euros, and it is in English. We don't have the localized languages, or we would have to split it even more up. So for now, this is perfect for us. And then keep it as it is, Facebook, and then all this information is automatically coming through as well. So if this is a new one, you could just click save, and you would have these 2 feeds in here, a Danish and a Euro one. And now when you have these 2 feeds, it's really easy to set it up. All you have to do is if you already have a commerce account, let's say you switch from WooCommerce to Shopify, all you have to do is, I can show you here how to get into Commerce Manager. You just have to go to Commerce Manager, which when you're in the Business Manager, is just clicking on the hamburger, going down to Commerce Manager, and you will land on something like this, where you can go and search for your feeds. We're searching for these 2 feeds because these are the ones that we have currently set up for the Danish and the EU one. So how we structure this on this client is that we split it up. So we made a Danish feed and a European feed. So on the EU feed, all we had to do was to set it up. We just connect the pixel in settings, in events here. We just connected the pixel and we just went on to data sources. We click add a new feed. We took and copied the European feed here. You just click here and it will copy it. Go to the Commerce Manager. You use a URL. You just copy the URL in. You just click next. And you will just call it whatever it is so you can remember it. We might call it feed, Shopify, EU, euros, put in. So there's euros in English, and then we just click save. I'm not going to be doing it because we already set it up, and then we will have it populate the products here. As you can see, the name of the feeds, and you will have all the products in here in euros and in English. So it would be the .eu, and everything is in English. The same we will be doing for the Danish one. So we'll just copy the meta Danish from the app in Shopify. We just go into Commerce Manager, and we will just add the products here. We should click Add Products. We're actually using the Shopify right now currently because we're not having an issue. But basically you would just have to do the same. You would just click on Add Products, and you will just choose the Danish feed, and all the products will be in Danish, and it will be in the DK domain, like here. So after, when you're done with the setup, you will have two commerce accounts. You will have a Danish one, and you will have an EU one. So that's that structure, keeping everything separately and having it really, really simple. The other way, if you want it to be centralized, you can also have it in one commerce account with country feeds. The reason we don't do that on this store is we could actually have it with the EU as the main feed, and then add a country feed for the Danish one. We just didn't choose to do it because the client didn't want it, and it doesn't really make any difference for us. But on this client, they have multiple stores, so we chose to do it in a different way that I will show you right now. So in here, they have multiple markets. They have a D, they have a DK, they have an NL. So we wanted to keep it in one feed so we don't had a lot of commerce accounts basically to run through. So how you can set this up is that you have a data source, which for us here is just EU, which is in euros and is in English. And then you can add down here, you can see they just went from WordPress to Shopify. So they have a bunch of old country feeds that is not working. So we'll be adding some new ones. So what we have done is that we have made a Netherlands one, we have made a German feed, we made a Danish feed, a Swedish feed, and the European feed, which is the current one that is running through config in Commerce Manager right here. So right now, if you run ads because this is not working, if you run ads for, let's say in Denmark, it will be in euros and it will redirect to the .eu store. And we wanted to, if they see the, let's say carousel in Denmark, we want the product information and the currency to be in localized currency. So how you do that is you go in and you have to add an override. So it knows that if it's this country code, it has to use this country feed. So when you're in on your feed, and this is the Facebook feed for Netherlands, you scroll down and you basically just add this. It's called G override. And then you add the country code. And so Meta knows that it had this feed here in Dutch, I believe it is, should override the main feed, which is up here, that is in English and euros and redirects to the EU store. It should use this feed here in Netherlands, where it goes to the .nl store in Dutch, if it has this country code. So how you set it up is that you go down here and is country and language feeds on the data sources on your Commerce Manager account. And then just gonna move this. All you have to do is click on add new feed. We just click upload your data feed file here. You have it on country feed. And then you just copy we're just gonna take Dutch here. And you copy paste it in. Click next. And you just call it Netherlands Euro plus Dutch. So we know that this feed is for the Netherlands. Then it just has to upload. It's currently uploading. And then we just have to do this basically with all the country codes. So we're going to take the German one here, Facebook.de, copy the URL. Just going to make sure that it has the override as well. has the override, and this is the D. Let's see if it loads quickly here. Maybe not. Did I copy it? I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. So we'll just add a new feed here as well. Upload. And this is the German one here. We're just going to try. Hopefully it's the German one and not the Dutch. But you just click next. And you just say Germany, Euro, good, German. So this is for Germany, Euro, and it's in German. And now it's basically uploading. So when this is done uploading, the feed that it will use, if it's in Netherlands, it will not use this product, which is .eu. In Dutch, EU, and in English, it will use in Netherlands, for example, this feed, which is .nl. And in Germany, it will use this. And whatever in Swedish, if we add a Swedish feed, it will use that. And if the rest that hasn't had a country feed, it will just use the main feed, which is .eu. So let's say that we have a campaign that runs to UK, Germany, or the Netherlands, and everything like that. So when it shows the feed in UK, it will be this one here, because we don't have a country feed for it, which will be just in euros. And to the .eu shop, the same ad, if it gets shown to Germany or the Netherlands in this case, because we have these two country feeds added, it will be in localized URL, so .de or .nl, and it will be in localized currency euros, and it would also be in Dutch or Germany, depending on where the ad is shown. So it still says that it's loading the Dutch one, but I can see that it's actually uploaded. So how you can see if this is actually working and is populated is that when you go onto items and you click into a product, we'll just take this first one here and click onto a variant here. Then there will be now there's added one called international coverage. And when you click on that, you can see this is the detail for the product standard. This is the main feed that is in here. This one, the EU feed. But now there will also be two other ones for other countries. So for EU, or for, let's see here. So for Germany here, it will showcase this. So you can see the price or the standard product is .eu. But here, after the changes, it will in Germany, when the product feed is shown there, it will be in German. It will still be in euros. The website link will now be in DE instead of EU. In the Netherlands, it will be .nl. And everything else will also be localized. So that is how you do it. You make separate feeds. Make sure that you have a country code on the feeds, and then you just basically add them here as country feeds. And when the product is being showed in these countries, it will use this feeds instead of the main one. And that is how you make country feeds in Meta. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have anything else that you have questions about, advertising, Meta, Google, Favio, whatever it could be, please leave a comment down below and I will make a video for that as well. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.